welcome yet again to the Learn Energy Healing series of videos. So last time I did the pulling things out of the aura technique in order to affect healing, what you learn at Auric Magnetic Healers Unlimited. Today we're going to do something slightly different. This is a lovely technique to use if you've been a little bit too serious about something. Quite often when we feel something, especially if we sense something that feels really uncomfortable or really low vibration, or we have someone that we're working on that has a particular disease that's quite scary, or if you feel that you really want to help someone and you sort of rush things and make things really serious, and you can get panicky, and all of those different things basically lower your vibration and make whatever technique you are trying to do harder to do. So this technique is a lovely technique we're going to do today to reel things back a bit, make things not so serious, so that we can have a nice, powerful healing experience. In essence, all this technique is simply finding some sort of energy block or stagnant energy and just playing with it. Doesn't really matter what you find, even if you're looking at astral parasites or implants or something crazy like that. The same technique works for that too, as do the previous two videos, by the way. So this technique is lovely for you to highlight to yourself how easy healing is and to make it more joyful. So, same as always, we've got the person we're working on nice and relaxed and the environment nice and relaxing, and I've made sure that I'm ready to do some healing today. And yet again, we're going to scan through the whole aura, see what we can find. And because I've only just done the last video, I'm going to go nice and gently and see what I can find to work on today. Okay, so maybe here on the other side of the body to what we did in the last video. And I'm scanning left and right, of course. Setting the intention to find what would be good to work on, or to highlight whatever blocks, stagnant energies there may be. Okay, I think that would be a good area here. So last time we were working around stomach spleen on her left-hand side, so this time looks like liver. I'm saying liver loosely because it may not be the liver, it could be just an energy in the aura that doesn't necessarily have something to do with the liver. But just so you know where I'm working. Okay. So once you found whatever you wish to work on, again, setting the intention to have a healing effect, setting the intention to make contact with this particular energy block or cloud. So to me it feels cloudy, and then underneath that it feels a bit denser. It's very, very subtle though. And it's really simple technique. I'm just simply going to play with it. I'm literally going to see if I can move it downwards, push it downwards. If I can push it upwards. Really feel the resistance to it wanting to do that. Push it to the left-hand side. Push it to the right-hand side. I'm just literally playing with it, letting my hand move through it as well. Seeing if I can grab hold of it and lift it a little bit and let it drop back in. See if I can twist it. I'm just literally prodding it, moving it, playing with it, as if it's Play-Doh, as if it's a lump of jelly maybe is probably a good analogy. Just playing with it. So you may feel energy flow through the hands as you're playing. You may not. But as long as you're feeling the edges of it, moving through it, nudging it, prodding it, playing with it, really, like a child. The more you act like a child, the more you act as if it's not significant at all, the less significant it becomes, the easier energy moves. Or another way you might like to look at it is we're literally encouraging energy to move through this area, because all energy blocks, all stagnant energies, and any other critters and other densities that are attracted to it, that all develops from energy not flowing so well or being blocked, stopped from moving. So you could say that this technique is just encouraging energy to move. So, like I say, a lovely technique for anything that seems like you're making it too serious. And at a later date, we will do this with our visualizations too. So it's another technique you can do very, very nicely by combining it with visualization or other techniques. How's that feeling so far, by the way? Can you feel me moving and prodding and shifting it around? Or is it not very obvious?
No, I feel a little bit.
Okay, so
not as obvious as the pulling for me.
Yeah.
When you pull things out, I can definitely feel a more gentle kind of movement of energy.
Okay. So she's saying the last technique she felt more, so that pulling out of the aura technique. I think you may notice actually if you go back to that video that she actually jolts at one point. I didn't realise she jumped off the bench. So it goes to show how, even with me talking and explaining about healing, that a healing effect can happen. And quite a powerful one at that. So I'm playing, and she's saying she's not feeling too that much at the moment, and that's basically what I'm feeling. I'm just playing around with the energy. I'm not feeling any shift much yet. It's just a gentle change.
I find it's relaxing. Well, sometimes when there's a big energy shift that's not necessarily relaxing, it can be a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So you're saying this one's a bit more relaxing?
Yeah.
Okay. So, paying attention to what your client likes and dislikes can be very useful. Some people do like sudden shifts because it's more of an indication that something changed, and it's more likely that their mind will accept that something did change, and it's therefore more likely for that change to stick, but not necessarily so. Some people don't like lots of pressure building. Some people don't like sudden shifts. It's a bit scary for them. So sometimes doing something a bit more gentle like this, though this technique can cause quite big shifts, by the way. So don't be surprised if it happens. So it can take time. It can happen very, very quickly, healing like with this particular technique. Sometimes it can take time. It's typically a technique I would use if things aren't shifting that easily with other techniques and I'm becoming a bit too serious about it, putting too much effort in. This is a lovely technique to fall back on and just relax, play around with it. A little bit of a shift there. I don't know if you felt that. A little bit. So she felt a little bit of a shift there. And there's still plenty of energy here. So sometimes it just feels like you're just moving energy so that it flows better through other parts of the body. Sometimes it feels quite rubbery, like it does here. So it feels like I'm pushing like a lump of glue, bending it, twisting it. Oh, there we go. Another shift there. Don't know if you felt that one. So just playing with it sometimes is enough for it to suddenly leave the body, suddenly dissolve, suddenly disappear, suddenly shift somewhere else. That does feel lighter there now. Okay, so lovely, lovely technique. Lovely technique to just play around with on yourself or on a pet you may have as well. Very simple, but again, very powerful technique. Don't underestimate it. Okay. So that's the third technique, that we're using our sense of touch via our hands to sense the aura and shift things in the aura. There will be a lot more techniques later on, but we will go into some other things with respect to healing in the next few videos first. Same again, if there's any comments, leave them in the section below or email me. More than happy to take people through one-to-one with healing techniques as well, so have a look on my website if you'd like that. Otherwise, please like and subscribe if you'd like to support the channel, and I will see you in the next video.